Perfect night in northeastern Wisconsin. Temperature upper 60s. Clifton on the other side is the oldest starting left tackle in the league. And the first play from scrimmage is from the 24-yard line. Rodgers slings it to the outside. And it is Rodgers under pressure, and he gets swarmed under. That's Jonathan Casillas. Third down and 12 from the 35-yard line. Errant snap. Rodgers has to one-hand it with the left hand and then throws for a first down. Again, they stack the backs here on 1st and 10 out of the short shotgun. And Rodgers deep down the left side for Nelson, who makes the catch inside the 15-yard line. He beats Patrick Robinson. 4 wide here on 3rd and 4. Here come the Saints. Rodgers throws. Back shoulder caught. Touchdown, Greg Jennings. They go to work on Patrick Robinson on the drive. The big play was the 16-yard gain to Driver on 3rd down and 12. And you've got Sproles now in the backfield out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 7 from the 23-yard line. And the pass is caught. That is Marcus Colston losing the ball at the 34-yard line, and the Packers are all over it. Nick Collins created the fumble, and the indication is that it is Green Bay ball. In 2006, 2nd down and 5. From the 31-yard line. Grant cuts it back over right tackle. Did very well in postseason. Didn't carry the ball during the regular season until December. And the pass is caught over the middle, and that is Jermichael Finley. 2nd and goal. And the pass caught at the 6-yard line. Robinson again, 3rd down and goal.
Big zone all the way. He has help.
They go to the other side. Nelson, touchdown, Green Bay. Fourteenth year in the league. 3rd down and 6. 4-man rush. Breeze under pressure, hit as he throws, but gets it away to Sproles. And Sproles into Green Bay territory for a first down. Gain of 36 on a 3rd down. Pierre Thomas now comes in as the running back. Off the play fake. The pass to Thomas a little high, but he reaches for it and come up tight on 3rd down and 1. Thomas is the back. The fake to him. Breeze has time. Breeze going deep. He throws, caught, touchdown. Robert Meacham into the end zone. Well, they're down 14-0, but in the Sean Payton regime, in all aspects, 2nd down and 8. And that pass is caught, and again turning around and beating the coverage.
Force Green Bay to go the long route. They'll eventually have some penalties. Something will go in their favor.
2nd and 12, they go no huddle, and the pass is caught on the slant. Saints come, pass caught, and again, this is Finley tackled from behind by Harper. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Over the middle. That is caught. Here's Cobb, the rookie inside the 10. Touchdown Packers. And Randall Cobb will do his first Lambeau leap. Breeze with a real clean pocket that time, and is lucky that one wasn't. Final play of the quarter. 2nd and 10. And that's a nice run by Pierre Thomas, bouncing off Packers.
Trying to match him.
In Chicago, he almost pulled a Leon Lett by holding the ball out in front of him. 2nd down and 8. Breeze steps off the spot, then throws and finds the open receiver. That's Jimmy Graham. 2nd and 13. Quick 2-step drop, and then the pass is caught, but Williams is right there. Really emerged in 2010. 3rd down, 14. Only a 3-man rush, 8 back. Breeze throws, finds the open man. 3rd and 4. Flank Sproles to the left. Breeze over the middle into a lot of traffic, and that's incomplete. Intended for Marcus Colston. Carolina Panther, 30-yard attempt. And Casey, the other day, he has 4 children. From the 20, Rodgers will start from the shotgun with 5 wide. A shoulder shake, and then over the middle, and bang, Donald Driver gets popped at the 36-yard line. And Rodgers steps into pressure and then The ball is batted up in the air. Jabari Greer
ready to make plays.
Tim Mastay kicking in the direction of Darren Sproles, who'll finally get a chance for a run back from the 29-yard line. Here goes Sproles into Green Bay territory, and Darren Sproles picked up from San Diego to replace Reggie Bush to take that role. Touchdown. Different starters last year, most ever for a Super Bowl team, excluding the 87 strike and replacement player season. And that's too deep, intended for from the 23-yard line. Rodgers slings it a little low, and it is caught at the 36-yard line. 201 yards already for Rodgers tonight, who leads every fantasy league at the moment. Donald Driver. Starks. And James Starks, second year out of first and 10 from the 48-yard line. Starks runs right over Harper.
He learned on the fly and learned in a hurry.
Second and 11 to the outside. Jennings, slip move right there. Beautiful. Escapes another tackle. And then Porter, who he beat the first time. Rodgers to the outside. Loves that play. Starks. First down. Touchdown. 17 yards. Prodigy, third year, 6.5 sacks last year. That is a lot for a nose tackle. There goes Ingram. Ingram exploits that hole.
A lot of ribs.
Yes, plenty. Thinking the same thing. From the 41-yard line. To the outside he goes this time. And that's Devery Henderson. Second and 5. Thomas stays in as the running back. And Breeze throws on a slant. That's caught. Both head coaches, the play callers. Sean Payton, Mike McCarthy on first down. Breeze checks underneath. Third option, breaking away that time is Thomas. He breaks away from the tackler. Third and 2, they go 4 wide with only Collins left in the backfield. He blocks Matthews momentarily, but the other side takes care of him. Eric Walden. They took care of Matthews initially, but then Walden breaks free from the right defensive side for a big sack, taking the place of the injured Garrett Hartley. And Casey's kick is good. Opening night. 8-point game. Morstead to kick off. And from 8 yards back, Cobb is going to bring it back. And the rookie breaking tackles on his way into Saints territory, and the second round draft choice goes all the way for a touchdown. Wow. 108 yards in his NFL debut.
Another slip. Look at that. He basically does a barrel roll and comes out and scores a touchdown.
Ties the NFL record. Ellis Hobbs had a 108-yard return for New England against the Jets in the 07 season. Now here's Sproles, and he's run one back off a punt. Sproles past the 30, 40. This is unbelievable. And finally ridden out of bounds by Shields. Right.
Pretty interesting twist.
Second and 12. Breeze deep over the middle, and that's caught.
Sick after watching Randall Cobb run that one back. He got his team back in the game. He's got to do it again now.
A shoulder shake, pump fake, and it's caught down the sideline. Touchdown, number 19, Devery Henderson. And Rodgers going that way, and the pass incomplete. Again intended for Driver. With Sproles back. Mastay with a line drive, end-over-end kick. Sproles at the 30-yard line. Look out. To the outside he goes, and then he's taken down because from the 49, the Saints begin this drive with Breeze throwing to the outside. That is caught, and it's Henderson breaking a couple of tackles. From the 36, Thomas to the 31. Breeze with a couple of touchdown passes tonight. He's now thrown a touchdown pass with a flag down here.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 21.
From the 16-yard line, the inside handoff to Sproles. Scoop to the outside as the running back. Collins the fullback. And they give it to Ingram. He puts his head down. And when they umpire, so there you have it. They go to the veteran Thomas. Pierre. They fake it to him. Breeze running for his life. Spinning all the way around. Throws. Incomplete. Might have gone for the field goal.
Not quite as intimidating on that side tonight, and not a lot of running plays to deal with.
2nd down and 6. Here they come on a blitz, and Rodgers gets it away into traffic, and it's Jennings with a flag down making the catch. Coming of age performance for him. 2 minutes to the end of the 3rd, and open and making the catch. This time it's Jennings again.
Deserved the MVP, but Clay Matthews and Greg Jennings certainly co-favorites.
And that guy had a pretty good day too. Jordy Nelson, 40-yard line.
Blitz coverage here, one-on-one everywhere. No, they pull out of it.
And then it's caught outside by Jordy Nelson. On 1st down. Rodgers. Hassel throws. The Saints had to take a defensive timeout. The running back is Starks. They give it to Kuhn, the fullback, and Kuhn to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 8. That's caught. Nelson will take the ball to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. He's already thrown for over 300 yards. Starks is the back. They give it to Kuhn, and he goes. Touchdown. This Lambeau Leap will be about 7-8 on the Richter scale.
Super Bowl experience we had.
Yeah, but they got rid of the guy who recovered it. On 1st down with 5 minutes to go. The pass into traffic over the middle is caught by Jimmy Graham from the 37-yard line. Blitz coming. Breeze stepping up, stepping away, goes down to the 35-yard line. 4:10 to go, down by 15 with 1 timeout, 2 plays to get the first. Breeze throws, and I was going to say needs another play, but he doesn't. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. They go 5 wide on 3rd and 10. And Breeze guns it over the middle, and the catch is made. Sproles is the back. They give it to Sproles, and Sproles gets decked. Over the middle, batted, incomplete. 3rd and goal. Breeze. The fake to the outside to Graham. Touchdown. Touchdown Saints. And that's going to make it. The quarterback comparison, 348 for Breeze. But the veteran, and he knows how to kick onside kicks. He's going to bounce one. And it's going to be recovered by the Packers. It's Donald Driver. You put the good hands guys out there. So it comes down to this. A 1st down would in effect end the game. It's 3rd down and 4. Starks is the back. Rodgers to the outside, and that is only to the line of scrimmage where Kuhn, he doesn't want to pull a Matt Dodge here. And that kick, well, how perfect is that? How perfect is that?
But his feet slid in the end zone.
Right. When I say how perfect,
Touchback. 1st down at the 20-yard line.
When I say how perfect, I'm talking about.
Maybe.
I'm talking about the
Did
punt.
that knee hit?
But it would have to be reviewed upstairs, and they're not going to review it because the coaches have no challenges in the last 2 minutes. And that's Sproles making the catch. When they reviewed it, the word we're getting from the replay booth is they're saying his foot was in the end zone. Here's Breeze, and that is caught by Jimmy Graham. His momentum took him there, and therefore he is in the end zone. Here's Breeze.
Wow, here we go.
And Breeze hits Meacham, and Meacham.
Unlike college football, that clock doesn't stop after a 1st down.
And Breeze throws into traffic, and how did he thread that baby in there? 18-yard line, 24, 23, and ticking down.
Not spiking the ball. He's going after this thing right now, not letting the Packers get settled.
From the 18, over the middle.
You got to hurry now.
To the 9-yard line. Now do you spike it? He's got to spike it, I think.
Go.
Or take a shot. Here's Breeze, 5 seconds. And he spikes it here to leave him one play. But can he get 10 more? And a 2-point conversion. Rolling. Throwing.
Pass
Knocked
interference.
down. Pass interference, though, in the end zone, which will extend the game.
Pass interference. Defense, number 50. Ball we placed at the 1-yard line. We will extend the game by 1 play.
The running back is Ingram. They give it to him. He can't get it. They'll unpile. They'll make it official. And that's it. Back to football. I'll say. What a game. Mike Turkback, the defensive line coach. The Packers exult. They win on opening night. Frustrating loss for Breeze and the Saints.
Carolina with its home opener, welcoming the Green Bay Packers to town. The defending Super Bowl champs have that 10-day layoff. Cam Newton threw for 422 yards in the opener and was not scared in week 2 to Brandon LaFell.
Right down the field and finishes off with a touchdown to Brandon LaFell.
That's a perfect.
Well done.
And LaFell does a nice job to get to both feet down here. 10-0 Packers on top, and it's Newton to Greg Olsen.
Perfect throw. That's a perfect throw.
34 yards. The drive did stall, led to an Olindo Mare 33-yard field goal to go up 13-0. Aaron Rodgers, though, you know, at some point he's going to get loose. Flicks his wrist.
There's a perfect throw.
And he finds Jermichael Finley, 39 yards.
In the game, and they added 124 yards rushing frame with this passing attack. It's hard to stop this. That's why the play action fakes works.
Where are the safeties?
Rodgers to Jennings.
That's a perfect throw.
That's how you draw it up. 49 yards. Packers on top, 14-13.
Lethal combination.
Never trailed. Newton did show you that, yes, he's still learning this game. Picked off here by Charles Woodson.
He recognized coverages, but one thing he needs to recognize is know who and not to play with. And Charles Woodson is one of the best in the game. Leave him alone.
4th Heisman Trophy winner that Woodson's picked off throughout his career. Here's Steve Smith on the reception, but he can't corral it.
Brought back to life with Cam Newton.
Charles Woodson again.
Yeah, you got to put that ball away.
How about Steve Smith, though, over 330 receiving yards in 2 games?
He's going to Hawaii.
To Newton, looking for Legadou Nane, picked off by Morgan Burnett.
Decision was good, just a little high on the throw.
Packers were able to get points off all those turnovers. On a 3rd and 1 here, though, 23-16. Charles Johnson got the big contract on the offseason, stuffs him, and now it's Newton. Patient to LaFell, who makes a great grab.
Man, LaFell was everywhere making plays today. What a good young combination that is right there, Cam to LaFell.
That was on a 3rd and 22.
Get rid of it, Cam.
Flip it out of bounds. Flip it out of bounds. You take a 3-yard sack right here.
It's a little faster in the National Football League than they are in college, so now on 4th and 4.
Cam.
It is Newton.
Throw it away, Cam.
And Clay Matthews pulls him down, so the Panthers turn it over on downs. And so Cam Newton throws for 432 yards. And just like that, Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson.
Oh, that's what makes Green Bay so dangerous. Jordy Nelson has the speed to get deep. And Greg Jennings everywhere else.
Bears playing host to the Green Bay Packers.
Go.
I like the orange Bears unis. Jay Cutler sacked 11 times coming into this matchup, most in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers is just in a groove. To Jermichael Finley.
Yeah, he likes having all his weapons available now, especially this guy, the new kid on the block, Jermichael Finley.
Packers on top, 14-0. Bears coming back, and Cutler to Devin Hester.
Run! Run, man! Run,
Goes 37 yards.
Sit down.
You heard them. All right, 3 plays later on the drive here, it's Cutler looking downfield, and he finds Johnny Knox.
Nice back shoulder.
The Bears protected Cutler better today than they had in the first couple games.
Totally got rid of the ball better than they did.
Yeah.
Third and goal. Cutler now to Dane Sossenbacher.
Sossenbacher's becoming his go-to guy.
That's Jay. He throws off his back foot now, makes that play, but that's what hurts him sometimes.
All right, 17-10 at the break, 20-10 in the fourth down, and Rodgers on a 3rd and 9 to Finley.
He's a matchup nightmare to a linebacker or a safety. The guy really is a receiver. Shut up. He's saying shut up. You don't know none of
Quiets the
this.
crowd at Soldier Field. Cutler now looking for Roy Williams here.
Looking for Yao Ming there.
A high throw picked off by Morgan. Burnett.
He's looking for Yao. Yao couldn't have caught the
Cutler
ball.
had more than a couple of balls sail on him here. In the ensuing Packers possession, though, Packers wanted to let him stay in the game. James Starks with the fumble. It's recovered by Peppers.
Not what you want to do when you're hanging on to a lead, trying to run the ball and chew some clock. Mike is mad.
And McCarthy challenged this. It looked like Peppers didn't get control of it until his shoulder was out of bounds, but the ruling on the field stood. Cutler now to Kellen Davis, first play.
Nice move.
Nice Davis.
Nice balance.
Gets in from 32 yards away, 27-17, 11:46 left in the game.
That's covering for your quarterback right there. Great throw from the tight end.
Rodgers looking for Finley. How about Urlacher?
Still one of the best linebackers in the game today. See what had happened? See, I went over there, and he came up under me, and he nice.
So here come the Bears with an opportunity, but Cutler is dropped by Jared Bush.
Holding on to that ball right there. Couldn't find anybody open.
Third sack of the day, 14 on the season, time for the most, and then Cutler looking for Johnny Knox. And Sam Shields breaks it up.
Great play.
So the Packers are undefeated. They win at 27-17.
A way to win. How about that?
Okay. Works for me.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, all smiles before the game.
Are we going to get all the touchdowns in?
During the game? I'm not sure.
I mean, are you?
Wow.
We only got 20 minutes. I
Why
don't
are they
think we
wasting
can.
time with that guy?
A 4th and 1. Broncos highlight. Brian Dawkins with the
Oh,
stop.
they wanted to give the Broncos one highlight. Okay, I got it. Now let's turn
There
on the
we
Aaron
go.
Rodgers show.
Time, the windup, the dart. Yeah. Jordy Nelson, 50-yard score.
And you know, and guess what? I was facing Aaron Rodgers.
Were you?
today.
Oh,
He
that's-
beat me
that's no
by himself.
Yeah, that's no good.
3rd and
You're
4.
talking fantasy, right?
to Charles Woodson. 30-yard pick six.
Tebow. They were chanting Tebow on the road for two successive weeks.
They didn't get it.
14-3 at that point. Highlights keep coming for the Packers. 1st and 10. Now, he can do this.
Yes.
Especially when it's that open.
Could Aaron have his own
get out.
red zone show? Actually, like he did that red zone thing where he showed all the scoring. He might have the whole
How many did he
half
have
hour.
today? How many touchdowns?
6,
Oh.
I believe it was.
All right,
I lost
17 yards to Greg Jennings, and it's 28-17.
That's just a beautiful machine he's in charge of.
This was the game that I predicted could get ugly.
Uh-huh.
And it
Well, you were right.
Yeah.
Congrats
Aaron
on
Rodgers
that one.
again, second
Not
half
again.
this time.
I'm. You know what? In a game like this, though, where I just get a little nervous if I'm Mike McCarthy watching my quarterback running
And
the ball.
Mike McCarthy challenges there and says, my quarterback got into the end zone. And as we will see,
He is
he did.
right. Yeah. He was
Kind of
resting
rolls
on
off
the defender.
Jason Hunter there.
Yeah.
35-17 there. Next Packers possession, back to the air. Rodgers, James Jones. You said it well there. He runs that machine beautifully.
He does.
Yeah. 49-23, and Aaron Rodgers 4 touchdowns. That's all.
That's it?
Well, no, he had
two rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 rushing.
They counted for 6. You're right.
That's right.
You're right.
Say hello to Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders, and Steve Mariucci. I'm Fran Charles. Let's take you to the Georgia Dome. Aaron Rodgers, red hot to start the 2011 season, but Coach, it was the Falcons who came out on fire.
Yeah, I like their first 15. A good mix of run and pass, and of course it ends up to Roddy White in the end zone. Nice touchdown drive.
Falcons going 85 yards on 13 plays, and then the ensuing possession here, and Ryan Grant back from that bruised kidney. He fumbles after he's hit by Brent Grimes, and Vance Walker recovers. It led to a 1-yard Michael Turner TD. Falcons on top 14-0 second quarter. More Packer woes on the offensive line, and Chad Clifton nicked up.
I talked about it when I talked with Aaron Rodgers this week. He said, I want to see how this team responds with adversity. This is adversity.
So Marshall Nuance moves to left tackle. Derek Sherrod going to right tackle. Rodgers chased down by Sean Weatherspoon.
Most quarterbacks in the NFL, that's a caused fumble. But Aaron Rodgers, he's so much of an athlete, he was able to hold on to that ball.
And now on a 3rd and 13, Rodgers cannot escape. Lawrence Sidbury gets him. Packers are forced to kick a field goal, down 14-3, but you can see the effects of that to offensive line being banged up there. 14-3, next possession here, 18 seconds left, and Rodgers to Jermichael Finley.
You don't see that very often now. He had 3 touchdown passes not too long ago, and he catches the ball well. Unusual drop.
I'll wait if we tell you what the guys told me about Jermichael Finley, Dion. They got a message.
All right, led to a Mason Crosby field goal, 14-6. But here comes the pack to James Jones, 70 yards.
You know it's going to happen. They have a plethora of receivers, all big play receivers. Could be #1 receivers for anybody. Great play action pass. Patience by Aaron Rodgers. Great route running. Great patience on that route. It's hard to stop these guys for the entirety of a game.
Aaron Rodgers was hitting everybody. 12 different targets caught footballs tonight. Jermichael Finley.
Let's do it on the reception. The Green Bay Packers said this must be the new Pay-a-Man. That's what they said. The team said from now on, we want to be calling what you're calling them Pay-a-Man.
How about that throw to Randall Cobb?
The rookie.
All right, more from Green Bay now. It's Rodgers on the play action to Greg Jennings. And watch Jennings get in the end zone. Look at this lead.
He says he's one of the best in the league, even if ESPN, even if the 100 here and everyone else doesn't say so. Give this man his love.
22 unanswered Packer points. They're on top, 22-14. And you can start to feel the tide turn here. Here come the Falcons. It's Ryan looking for Julio Jones.
There's a lot of that going around. A lot of guys didn't prepare like they should have prepared in the offseason, and it's hard to test those hamstrings without really playing the game.
3rd and 7 now. But Matt Ryan not done to Harry Douglas, but did he squeeze it? They ruled it a catch for a 21-yard gain. Mike McCarthy challenges, and take another look.
The ground cannot cause a fumble, but it can cause an incomplete pass. He's got to handle this all the way through. It comes out after it hits the ground.
Look at the fight by the defensive back all the way to the ground, though. He's fighting to get that ball out. That's what makes him winner.
Steve Mariucci all over the rule book there. All right, the Packers come right back. Rodgers to Finley. Finley can't come down with it. He's hit by James Sanders, and he loses possession. That's going to be close.
I don't know about that Pay-a-Man, man.
That's what I said.
Hold on to the ball.
Don't you play. You know Finley a bad boy now. Let's stop messing around.
Give you that name, the Pay-a-Man. And you
Ryan, the pass is tipped. Charlie Pepper there for the pick. Mason Crosby added another field goal, so the Packers go on to win it 25-14. And Green Bay improves to 5-0, the most complete team in the National Football League. Aaron Rodgers 4 yards shy of 400 yards. It would have been back-to-back 400-yard performances for Rodgers. 2 more touchdown passes. Did not throw an interception. The Falcons, meanwhile, falling to 2-3. Another team who's pretty good. The Green Bay Packers at home against Sam Bradford and the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah, the Packers don't
Throwbacks here. Packers already up 3-0.
What color is that?
Coach, when Aaron Rodgers rolls out, look out.
Yeah, his passer rating is 141 when he leaves the pocket. Will you keep him in the pocket? Look at James Jones wide open, and he will throw a strike.
It was a rough day for Sam Bradford, ducking and dodging all day long. A.J. Hawk squabbles him up.
I feel so bad for Sam Bradford. Why do you?
And he says to his friend, "We're number 1."
Yeah, Hawk has got a little something going on with his own sideline right there.
Yeah, that's in his place. Why is he doing that?
Rodgers, the pump fake. What do we call this,
Coach?
Coach?
This is called a sluggo, a slant go for 93 yards. Everybody should know this is coming. You don't bite on this slant. Jordy Nelson. Let's see a Lambo leap. Jordy.
I love that group of receivers, man. You talk these guys here, they love to play together. When I was there, 2 weeks ago, they were talking about we bring in Jordy, and he goes deep 93 yards. That is as deep as they get, Jordy.
And Nelson's got an 84-yarder this year for a touchdown as well. And oh, by the way, it's a primetime nominee, Coach, Donald Driver as well.
The old man, Donald Driver, he's the leader of that offense now, and Aaron Rodgers escapes out of the pocket, and he separates open, another touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers are trying to stay perfect, taking on the Minnesota Vikings, and Christian Ponder replacing Donovan McNabb. Ponder getting his first career NFL start. The guy's first play of the game here.
Nice hold by Donovan.
For Ponder.
He's going to throw on the run. Does that remind you of anybody?
Ooh, that's hard.
Michael Jenkins, naked out there, 73 yards, was ruled a touchdown. Ponder, of course, jacked up, but the play was reviewed because it was called a touchdown. McNabb, the golf clap there.
You think that clap was real?
And the elbow down right there.
All right, well, shoot it in there for the kid.
You think that clap was real?
So Ponder puts the helmet back on, and this time rolls out to his right. Asante Shenko there.
Nice touchdown. Nice design on the keep. They're going to get this kid out of the pocket. Where's he from? Florida State?
Florida State.
The Harvard of the South.
The Harvard of the South.
Dion, more golf clap from Donovan McNabb.
Yeah,
that's a polite golf clap.
You think that's real, Mike?
Come on, man, it's real.
What you mean by golf clap, friend?
Game tied at 7. Just nice and polite, quiet.
He's throwing it loose.
Right up the middle. 175 yards rushing for Peterson. Season high. Vikings on top 17-13 at the break. And then here comes Rodgers. On the move to his right to Greg Jennings.
How do you get so open,
Oh, the coverage. The cornerback think he's covered too. He jams and releases him to the safety. But guess what? There's no safety there.
Rodgers said Ponder can do it. Man, you can't outshoot. There you go right there. I can do this too.
There's no safety.
Thinking the safety is there. Safety's nowhere to be found.
Greg says, you got to be kidding me.
Receiver's dream right there.
He's saying Abdullah, I'm sure, going to find out on the sidelines what the deal was there. Later, Aaron Rodgers, that's a great throw. Yeah. On the run to Jermichael Finley, who lays out for the 2-yard touchdown.
88 club right there. Jermichael Finley, one of the better tight ends in this game.
30-17, Vikings down. Ponder picked off by Charles Woodson.
Guys, we talk about Darrell Reeves all the time, and we should. But let me tell you from my mouth to your ear, this guy here is one of the best that will ever play this game.
And McNabb trying to pick up the young quarterback. Woodson had 2 picks on the day. 33-20, Vikings down. Ponder hangs in the pocket nicely, and it's Jenkins. It's a 24-yard touchdown.
He shows good poise in the pocket and a rifle arm. He's got something on it.
Florida State.
And now it's just a one-possession game. But Rodgers here on 3rd and 6 with 5:42 left is incomplete. He misses Jennings. So the Vikings with 2:42 to go here have an opportunity. 3rd and 10. Ponder lays it up there. Incomplete to Shenko. So they decide they're going to punt. They've got all 3 timeouts.
You're going to get the ball back.
Why would you punt? You get the ball to Aaron Rodgers.
Well, the Packers, James Starks with 3 solid runs on this final drive. Oh, Rodgers, 335 yards, 3 more TDs. Packers are undefeated. They win it 33. The Packers are coming off the bye. Meanwhile, the Chargers are trying to get over that awful Monday night loss to Kansas City when Phillip Rivers couldn't handle the exchange. Tied up at 7 in the first quarter. What is going on with Phillip Rivers? His pass is tipped, but Charlie Pepper is there. And Prime, where's the tackling right here?
One thing, and they should know how to think about now, the many interceptions he's thrown this year. One thing about the secondary of the Green Bay Packers, they know what to do with the football when they receive it.
All right, Rivers' 12th pick this year. Here's number 13.
Oh, what a
Tramon Williams jumps out in front.
Guys, I got to break this one down to you. Mike, you ran through many cover 2 coverages. Coach, you offense, many of these coverages. This is what Phillip Rivers saw. He saw Tremaine Williams. He's back off. He's playing cover 2. Charles Woodson is in the slot. He's going to run. His responsibility is half the field. Tramon Williams doesn't have anything but the flats. That's number 3. That's the guy coming right through the flats. The linebacker's going to carry the seam. Phillip Rivers thinks he's playing cover 3, but he's going to jump it because he has no deep responsibility. Great reaction, great play, great disguise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NFL.
Boy, that's a great read on the flats, boy. What a read.
Just like that, Packers on top 21-7. 22 seconds left in the half, 21-17. Rodgers to Jordy Nelson, 16 yards. It was ruled a touchdown on the field. Did a great job. Nelson did a controlling the ball. Even though it touches the ground, had control.
And he's got it. And Aaron Rodgers is the best in the league at throwing the back shoulder fade. He can put it on the money anywhere on the field.
All right, 31-17. Chargers weren't out of it, though. Phillip Rivers to Antonio Gates. Gates playing. He's got that bum foot, plantar fasciitis, but he's trying to play through the pain there. 31-24.
You cannot guard him with a linebacker. It's impossible.
Rodgers now to James Jones. They just got all these guys. They can throw the ball.
James Jones from San Jose State. Boy, this guy can do it all. He's got weapons galore, Mike.
Everywhere, Coach.
All right, here comes Jordy Nelson now. Rodgers on his rollout. Look at the arm strength.
I tell you, a couple weeks ago when I'm spending time in Green Bay, this is exactly what these guys were saying. They said, Michael, we won't lose because there's no way anybody can stop all of our receivers.
Led to a Greg Jennings touchdown. Rodgers with 4 TDs on the day. Phillip Rivers to Vincent Jackson. Okay.
Blown coverage.
45-31.
Vincent Jackson, a big day today, too. 3 touchdowns.
7:32 left in the fourth, and the Chargers go for the onside kick. Darryl Stuckey recovers.
Great kick.
So the Chargers are in business now. Phillip Rivers, happy to have Vincent Jackson in the lineup for the second time today. Jackson gets behind all the defenders.
Here, Prime. Another blown coverage.
The safety's thinking the corner's going to do this. Corner's thinking the safety's going to do this. This is unlike the secondary of the Green Bay Packers.
45-38. Aaron Rodgers is going to be hit by Antoine Barnes on a 3rd and 2. And so it looks like the Packers are going to have to pump, but there's a flag on the play, and watch Quentin Jammer.
Big penalty right here because the Chargers get the ball right back with 2 minutes.
Man, Jammer's tripping right there, man.
Call for defensive holding.
What was that?
All right, 2 minutes left here. And James Starks is stopped, so the Chargers are out of timeouts. The Buck 15 remaining. 1-on-1 now, and it's Rivers on the rollout. Throws it back to Gates.
Get out of bounds.
All right, gets out of bounds. Chargers need a touchdown. 44 seconds left. 3rd and 10. Rivers looking for Gates. It's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play.
That's
Charles
good call.
Woodson
Good
calls
call.
it
But guess what,
interference.
guys? This is a great play change. And guess what? I'm going to put my best defender on your best offensive player.
33 seconds left here. And it's Rivers. Picked off by Pepper for the second time today. Rivers, he threw 4 touchdowns. The problem is he had 3 interceptions. He now has 14. It leads the NFL. So the Chargers, they're 4-4. Meanwhile, the Pack is 8-0. Not worried about 19-0, though.
Packers trying to go 9-0 for the first time since 1962 on Monday Night Football. Adrian Peterson and the Vikings against Mr. Perfect Aaron Rodgers and the Packers at Lambeau Field. Vikings 3-and-out to start the game. Chris Kluwe is punting. He's punting to Randall Cobb. We saw this in the opener against the Saints. He is gone, Charles. 80 yards.
And look at the jump shot to finish it at the end. The lefty. A lefty quarterback in high school, now a nifty punt returner in the NFL. And take a look at how he gets this done. Take a look at how he see the vision. So he sees what's coming, so he's going to start to his right. And now, as he breaks it back, look to the right of your screen. You're going to see a block that's not made, so there's no penalty. Then to the left of your screen, watch the move as the defender tries to break down and tackle. No! And then he steps into the gap. And ladies and gentlemen, he is gone. Randall Cobb.
Like magic, that Randall Cobb. They made it 7-0. Ensuing Vikings possession. Christian Ponder sacked by Clay Matthews, his 4th of the year. There's a fumble. Adrian Peterson falls on the ball. Vikings punt 3 plays later. Packers get it back. Rodgers to James Starks on the check down. Look at that move across the 40. He gets 8 yards. First down, Packers. There would be many of them. 5 plays later, Rodgers to Greg Jennings, 24-yard touchdown. 5 of 6, 62 yards on the drive for Aaron Rodgers.
It's not just him throwing the football, it's the accuracy, it's putting it on the guy right where he's supposed to be, keeping him on the move, touchdown.
You know, Ponder may have a future as well. Here he hits Percy Harvin for 31, but there's a flag on the play. That is offensive pass interference.
Yeah, our first look at it, we were thinking that wasn't much of a penalty, but then we saw the second view. Yes, he got a little two-hander into the back to create separation.
Ryan Longwell would miss a 52-yard field goal 5 plays later. Now 14-0, 4th and 5. Rodgers to Jermichael Finley. Sometimes it's not fair.
He was covered. But look, he sees the defender with his back to him, not seeing the football, so he put it up there for Jermichael Finley to make a play on it.
Field goal makes it 17-0. Vikings get it back. Christian Ponder. Oh, flea flicker! Except that gets picked off. Tremont Williams intercepts intended for Devin Aroma-Shadu, and that goes back 21 yards to the 23. But the Packers would punt, and it's 17-0 at the half. it's worth a handshake because this game is all but over. Third quarter, 4th and 2. Vikings 36, Rodgers 2. Jordy Nelson catches on the 31, turns it upfield, 12 yards and a first down for Green Bay. 2 plays later, 17-yard line now. It is Jordy Nelson again. It is somewhat similar, and he powers inside the 5 all the way to the end zone. Second of the night for Aaron Rodgers.
It's almost not fair because every person on that team becomes a weapon when Aaron Rodgers unleashes them.
You know, we took some time to show you Randall Cobb earlier. This one he fumbled, recovered. Packers 14-yard line. So first down Vikings, they get a shot. Second play of the drive, 1st and goal on the 3. Adrian Peterson cashes in. So the Vikings would not get shut out. His 10th touchdown of the season makes it a 24-7 game. But I think he is going to answer. Yes, he is. John Kuhn, 9-yard touchdown, 31-7. Rodgers' 3rd touchdown pass of the night. The Packers go on to win, and they win big. They remain undefeated. Packers go to 9-0. They beat the Vikings 45-7 behind 250 yards and 4 touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have never won in Green Bay when the temperature was 40 or below. It was 32.
Oops.
So what does that mean?
That means don't even come.
So don't even show the highlight?
B.J. Rodgers.
Give it to the big man.
In the backfield.
Would you tackle him?
Ain't no way in the world.
Rodgers gets in for the first touchdown of the
We
game.
wouldn't even be in that situation.
Packers up
to make that
7-0.
decision.
Aaron Rodgers. He's throwing to anybody. Tom Crabtree.
Crabtree?
They just looking at her and say, oh, no, you scored yet? Have you scored yet? Okay, I got
different
you.
guys
Your
have scored
turn.
touchdowns
Your
for these guys.
turn.
Uh-oh, this guy's a beast.
Garrett
Mike, I want you to listen to
Run
this,
of the
Mike.
year.
Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Tackle him.
6 people would not hit that blunt.
Boy, that's a big
Lambeau
fella
Lee.
running that ball.
That's 6
yards.
people.
You're right, Prime. Here it is. Let's count them.
2, 3.
And these are not business decisions.
No,
They're trying to tackle him. They're trying to get him down.
5.
And this is a guy who goes about 250,
Yeah.
260, by the way.
Yeah, you're going to have to put Snoop at free safety to hit that one.
All right, don't do that. Don't do it. No. Get out of here.
170 yards on the day for blunt. Here's the next possession. More of the same here.
Same play.
Tough yards.
Yeah, he's running right now, man. He's running. He is running.
It led to a counter-barred field goal. All right, so here we go. Michael Cannon on to try at the onside kick. DJ Smith flies in.
Great idea. It went
The Bucs
You got
recover.
to kick it 10 yards.
But Mike McCarthy challenges the ruling on the field because he says Cannon actually touched it first.
He sure did.
Which he did right there.
Packers ball. Give
So it's
Aaron
a
Rodgers
legal touching,
short field.
and so the Packers are in business. So
I like that look.
it backfires for Raheem Morris, and it's Rodgers. What about the season Jordy Nelson is having?
Man, Jordy Nelson's
4
having quite a
touchdowns
season.
in the last 2 weeks.
He is the deep ball.
Rodgers, another ho-hum day, 299 yards,
Where
3
did band
touchdowns.
come from?
I don't know. They just borrowed one.
Third
from high
quarter
school.
now, 21-10, and
Oh.
it's Freeman. Okay, to Kellen Winslow, touchdown, but wait a minute, flag down,
That's
and
called
Winslow
on Kellen
pushes
Winslow.
off.
Oh, he's pushing off like you used to do a little bit here. Look at that.
No, Mike
Yeah.
would never extend the arms.
Yeah, they
He extend the
should-
elbows.
That's within the game.
So it led to another counter-barred field goal, 21-13. Freeman going back to Winslow when he needs
Yeah.
him, 37 yards. Can the Bucs pull this one out? Fourth quarter, 3rd and 4. And it is Freeman now, same drive to Mike Williams.
Great route.
Who
Great
was
set off the
Freeman's
line.
go-to guy a year ago, but the Williams was quiet.
Yes, man. And Freeman is a master at fourth quarter comebacks, and he was putting on one of his art.
2-point conversion, Winslow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
he
like
did.
the call. Just play catch.
Yeah, ball was behind. Got to make that play, though, Kelly.
21-19, James Starks.
It's almost unfair when you give the
20
Green Bay Packers the
yards.
running game.
Yeah, this man was running, too.
Led to a John Kuhn touchdown, 28-19.
Rap.
We don't see this very often. Rodgers picked off by Albert Mapp.
He just wanted us to all know that he's human. That's it. That's all
That
he
was
needs
at,
to do that.
at a
Only-
crucial point.
Only his 4th interception of the year for Aaron Rodgers. So Freeman now to Aurelius Ben, 37 yards down to the 2.
Under duress, he just stands in the pocket, takes a hit, and delivers the ball.
Good call.
All right, he hit Desmond Briscoe on the next play for a 2-yard touchdown, 28-26.
We have the best
We're not going to onside kick again, are we?
We are going to onside kick again, and this time,
great call.
Yeah.
Kuhn recovers though
Great
for the Packers. So this time Cannon got enough on it, but they had the all-hands team out there.
We got to get that.
3rd and 4.
Any kind of breathing room to the Green Bay Packers. Jordy Nelson will come on and put it on you.
We rock the party.
Perfect pass from Aaron Rodgers to Nelson, the Wisconsin band in the house.
Take a look at the highlight. Game 1. 3 games here on Thanksgiving Day. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers looking to stay unbeaten. Matthew Stafford and the Lions looking to beat the Packers for the first time this season. Second quarter, we are still scoreless. Kevin Smith injured his lower leg, getting checked down on the sideline, will be carted off with a high ankle sprain and did not return. 5:40 left. Here's that pick you were talking about. One of the picks tipped in the air, intercepted by Clay Matthews.
Yeah, and these are the kind of plays, because your defense is playing lights out, and it's just unfortunate. There's no rhyme or reason why that happened.
Rodgers now to the end zone looking for Greg Jennings, broken up. The Lions' Brandon McDonald flagged for defensive pass interference. Jim Schwartz livid with the call.
Yeah, but the reality is great play by Jennings working his way back into the wide receiver.
That's too easy.
Or the defensive back, yes.
Aaron Rodgers, Greg Jennings, 3-yard touchdown, extra point made it 7-0. Into the third quarter, Green Bay's first possession of the second half, 6th play of the drive. Rodgers to Jennings. He does the rest for 19 yards down to the Detroit 7.
And a lot of what you're seeing here is there strikes down the field, but there's also yak by the wide receivers.
All right, a lot of action on this play. Incomplete, Rodgers to Driver, but Ndamukong Suh would be ejected for unnecessary roughness on the play. We take another look, and you'll see exactly why he was invited to leave the game.
I'm going to get in a lot of trouble, as I always do when I try to explain situations. The first part is I can see why Ndamukong was as livid as he was, and frankly, he just lost it. If we get a replay of that, I'll kind of walk through it again. But at the same time, you've got to keep your composure. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it here momentarily. Next Lions drive. Stafford picked off this time by Rob Francois.
And that one is on Matthew Stafford. When you look at the interceptions today, that's the one I can definitely attribute to him. But still, you can't give this guy more shots at it. And James Jones, who has really not been a part of the game plan in the last few weeks, but he finds his way in for a 65-yard touchdown. That's why I say the Green Bay Packers far and away have the most superior skill to any team in the National Football League.
Packers leading 21-0 at that point. Fourth quarter now, it's 24-zip. Stafford to Calvin Johnson to the Packers' 16-yard line.
And the reason now they're getting yardage is because the defense has to change because they've got a big lead and it's close to the end of the game.
7th play of the drive, Keelan Williams, 16-yard Lions score. The Lions finally score and would convert the 2-point conversion. It's 24-8.
I heard Marshall Faulk just got a phone call from Martin Mayhew to be a running back, so it's just been that bad. But James Jones, you see here, another big reception. He had a huge day.
Working that back shoulder fade better than any quarterback in the league. 3 plays later, it's Rodgers to the rookie Randall Cobb, finds his way for a first down.
And the key here is that they are just beating down the clock. That's all the Green Bay Packers are doing and setting themselves up for a field goal that puts them ahead, and that will take care of it pretty much.
And Mason Crosby, 32 yards out. Green Bay on top, 27-8. They go on to win 27-15. Aaron Rodgers didn't like his performance last week. Well, he was 299 last week with a pick. He goes 307 yards this week, 2 touchdowns, and back to the no interception type performance that we've become used to.
And he might just say, it was all right.
What an amazing matchup we saw at MetLife Stadium between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers taking on Eli Manning.
I
Big Blue and the
believe
Giants.
Eli.
Rodgers and the Packers looking for 18 straight victories. Manning, though, not afraid of Travis Beckham. And watch the zigzag moves from Beckham here.
I like the way they started off the field. Throw a ball down there in the first 15. That's how you start a football game at home.
Really like how Eli's finding a lot of people and putting them in the game.
67 yards, but Aaron Rodgers comes back. Does anybody do this better on the run? The rifle,
his passer rating is better when he leaves the pocket, if it's possible, than when he's in the pocket. Well done.
8-8 Clubber right there, got a touchdown.
Finley's 6th touchdown of the year. 10-7 Giants on top. Manning.
No!
Picked off by Clay Matthews, who read it perfectly. He was looking for Ahmad Bradshaw, but Matthews goes in 38 yards for the touchdown.
It's amazing how big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games.
A couple of Packers possessions later, you don't usually see this. Aaron Rodgers picked off for just the 5th time this year. Chase Blackburn gets him.
That's a study room right there. That's where you get that pick off. You didn't see it backside. He read the play perfect.
Brandon Jacobs took it in from there, 17-14 Giants. Somebody forgot about Donald Driver.
On coverage. That's when you jump the guy that's in front of you. That's the bait to allow the guy, Driver, to get behind you on the corner route. Great play execution.
Rodgers' 35th touchdown of the year. 3rd and 2 here. Rodgers out of the pocket to Driver. It's ruled a catch on the field. Tom Coughlin, I don't know what he saw to challenge it, but he did, and the play stood as called. And then it is Rodgers to Greg Jennings for the touchdown. Beats Prince Amukamara.
Those two plays, you see why Aaron Rodgers is so dangerous. You see him moving, bam, perfect strike. You see him drop back in the pocket, and bam, perfect strike.
And that's a touchdown. He had possession. I mean, he had both hands on it, took a couple of steps. 28-17. Manning up top to Akeem Nicks.
My dog right
I believe in Eli.
That's a bad boy right there, the 88 clubber right there. Look at you, first down.
That's one of the better corners in the game today.
51 yards, and now Nicks again, the 4-yard touchdown. He's just so tough to cover.
Yes. The professionalism. Guys, pay attention to the professionalism. Greatness going on. Grayson. Charles Woodson turns around and shakes his hand. Great play, man.
28-24, and then Woodson trying to tackle Bradshaw here.
That's right.
He left with a head injury, did not return.
That's why we make business decisions.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the Lamar Bradshaw, boy,
28-27, 3:44 left. Rodgers with all kinds of time. Turns back, fires to his right. Driver there.
If you give him that kind of time, he'll stay in the pocket and wait for people to separate, or he'll leave the pocket and wait for people to separate. 2 feet in, well done by the veteran driver.
That's the veteran, too, coach. Knows how to find those tight spots when Aaron Rodgers is in trouble. What a play by the
Packers on top, 35-27. Is Victor Cruz becoming Eli Manning's go-to man?
He really has. With all the injuries they had at receiver, now Victor Cruz has been the constant all year.
Needs to be a little more consistent with his hands.
102 left. Manning to Nicks. You can't guard him.
What did I say? Who is he? An 88 clubber. Look at this. Oh, this dude's a beast, man.
So they go for 2. And this is a great play call here. DJ Ware up the middle. Manning's fired up. Rodgers is ready to go to work. Game's tied up at 35. Unbelievable matchup.
How much time did he leave Aaron Rodgers, Fran?
58 seconds.
Oh, boy.
That's
too much time.
51 seconds here, 1st and 10. Beautiful pass to Jordy Nelson.
If you had seen this route, Jordy Nelson fake going inside and took this guy up the sideline. What a beautiful route and throw.
Rodgers again, this time to Jennings, 18 yards. Down to the 12. Packers call their final timeout with 3 seconds left. Mason Crosby, he's booted one from 58 yards away, a career high, just needed 31 here. Knocks it down. Packers with a great victory at MetLife Stadium, 38-35. Back to perfection in full effect. Green Bay looking for its 19th straight victory at home against the Oakland Raiders. Victory for the Packers would clinch a first-round bye for Green Bay. Carson Palmer looking for Darius Hayward-Bay.
Don't do it.
Picked off by DJ Smith. That's Palmer's 10th pick this year. Set the Packers up in fine position. Ryan Grant, they got a running game too, Brian?
Guys, when you give this team a running game, there's no way you can deal with these guys. The passing game is the best in the league. Now with a running game, are you kidding me?
47 yards, the longest run of the season for the Packers. And there was more. Aaron Rodgers to Jordy Nelson. 31 yards, the speedster to the Raiders, 42.
Nice throw in a seam, tight spot. Jordy Nelson, Aaron Rodgers, perfect.
10 play of the drive. Coach, everybody get in the act. Ryan Taylor.
That rookie from North Carolina, he shoots it in there to anybody that gets open.
16 different players. The touchdown in the Packers arsenal. It's the most in the NFL. Rodgers to Driver, 22 yards.
That's the leader right there.
Yep.
On the very next play, Mike McCarthy looking over that play calling sheet. Jordy Nelson
took a big hit and throw it up to that Jordy Nelson guy. He's got 10 touchdowns already this season.
24-0. That's Rodgers' 39th touchdown pass this season. It ties you-know-who, Brett Favre. Palmer looking for Hayward-Bay for 16 yards. They're down 31-0. 10th play of the drive here. Palmer is picked off by Rob Francois. I can say it. That's my name.
Oh, that's your name, Francois.
Primetime nominee. You don't like that, huh?
Francesco.
No, that's Francois Prime.
I didn't know what you
Rodgers to Greg Jennings. This is the lone dark spot here for the Green Bay Packers. Jennings was carted off here with a sprained knee. We'll know more as the week progresses.
Praying for you, man.
Yeah, we're praying for you, there, buddy.
That means
That's a good
he's gonna
dude,
be
right
all
there.
right.
It's a good
Tough
guy.
kid.
Back now to Green Bay. Carson Palmer finds Reese.
What was he trying to do?
But Francois with the big hit. Derek Walden scoops it up. Packers win at 46-16. They're 13-0. They've won 19 straight. Back to perfection. Green Bay traveling to Kansas City to take on Romeo Crennel, interim head coach for the Kansas City Chiefs. The first thing he said was that Kyle Orton was going to be his starting quarterback. We know the starting quarterback.
What did that tell you? He didn't
for
want
the Green Bay Packers.
That was a
Aaron
decision.
Rodgers and company looking to become the first team to win the Super Bowl. They start out 14-0 the next season. Receivers, though, had issues catching the football.
Yeah, today they certainly did. A couple of those balls just seemed like the timing of the plays were off today with Aaron Rodgers and his receivers.
Packers trailing 6-0 at the third quarter here on a critical 3rd and 3. It's Aaron Rodgers to Jermichael Finley, 41 yards. Nice adjustment there.
Great adjustment, like you said, friend. One of the better tight ends in the game today.
Look at that 88 clubber right there.
3 plays later in the drive, here comes Rodgers. And you just kind of felt, okay, here they go. To Donald Driver for the 2-yard touchdown. That's his 40th touchdown this season, a new franchise record, passing Brett Favre.
And you did think right now they said, okay, enough of this. Let's stop messing around and close this down. But Kansas City said no.
Brett called him, congratulated him.
All right, 4th and 8 here on the Chiefs 39. Going for it.
Right.
You have a problem with that? I have a problem with that.
No, not the Green Bay Packers. Not the way they score. No problem with that decision.
Probably figuring that the Chiefs offense was not going to hurt them, but here comes Kyle Orton, Leonard Pope.
Chiefs offense doing pretty good all game long, really moving up and down the field all game long. Your boy Orton throws for 299
You can't
yards.
question the Pope, friend.
All right, Pope right there is out of bounds. Should have been a fumble and a touchback. Mike McCarthy looked like he wanted to challenge it, but he didn't, so it led to a field goal. 12-7, Kansas City on top. Look out.
He should have challenged. That wasn't a touchdown. And it seems like not only the team, that decision right there shows even the head coach was off.
Well, it wasn't a touchdown. It was ruled out of bounds. They got a field goal, so they could have kept the points off the board there.
Yeah, but if you challenge it, it would have been shown that the ball went out of bounds.
Right, it would have been a touchback.
It would have been a touchback.
Kyle Orton and Anthony Becht right there. And then it is Jackie Battle had a great day. A 1-yard run. Their 5th trip to the red zone, and finally the Chiefs get in, 19-7. So the Packers running out of time.
I mean, the Chiefs played hard, man.
Here's Rodgers to Jordy Nelson. First catch of the game, 22 yards. Keep in mind, Greg Jennings
Out.
That's sprained knee.
Road coverages to Jordy Nelson to make sure he didn't hurt you today, and he didn't.
And then here is a Rodgers to Jermichael Finley, 31 yards down to the 15.
The 88 club started playing late, had a few early drops, but he showed up late.
Key 3rd and 3 right here, and Rodgers.
88.
Do
what you do.
He's going to keep it himself. So it's 19-14. Rodgers 235 yards.
The 88 was boxing
One
out,
passing
so he got
touchdown and that rushing touchdown.
I
They
did
had
not
all
think
3
this-
timeouts here.
I did not think
and they
this
go
was
for the
a-
onside kick.
Were they trying to get the ball back?
Yeah, I thought about it, saying they want 2 cracks at the ball, but I thought they should have gone ahead and kicked the ball with those 3 timeouts.
And Jackie Battle closing
might
out
not
the
have
show,
mattered.
running out the 4-minute offense, picks up
May not have
15 yards there. How about the Chiefs? 19-14. They stopped the streak. You think these players aren't happy for Romeo Crennel getting his first victory as Chiefs interim head coach?
Look at that hug by Bo. Come on.
Let's go to Lambeau Field. Josh McCown probably wished that he were at home here as the Bears playing in Lambeau. McCown, 8 pass attempts in the last 4 years.
4 years?
Only 2 completions, 1 a pick. Aaron Rodgers dumps it off to Ryan Grant, 32 yards.
Nice design. You got Lyman out in front of this guy. Great play to get this thing started.
That's what they needed last week, Coach.
On the line for the Packers, home field advantage in the playoffs in the NFC. Rodgers to Jermichael Finley.
That 88 clubber had a
Put
good game.
Linebacker on Jermichael Finley, one-on-one out wide.
Rodgers
That's crazy.
8 for 8 on that drive for 77 yards. Josh McCown scrambling to his right, dumps it off to Khalil Bell. Remember, no Matt Forte, no Marion Barber. Belt banging hard, 19 yards.
There's a few guys there for the Bears that are happy to have that opportunity.
10th play of the drive, and what a pick by Clay Matthews.
This is a big-time player making a big-time play, recognizing the route and doing something about it.
His dad was in the stands watching.
That was an incredible play right here. Look at this.
There's a lot of daddies in the stands watching. They ain't making those plays.
Making no wonderful read.
1:45 left in the first half. It's Rodgers to James Jones. Remember, Packers coming off their first loss of the season last week against Kansas City, and the receivers dropped some balls. Jones 32 yards there. 50 seconds left now.
Free play.
And it's Rodgers to Jordy Nelson. You called it, Prime. Amoni Okoye offsides.
This guy is faster than everybody thinks, and he's stronger. Boy, has he been a great player, Jordy
18
Nelson.
seconds left. Rodgers, Jones, touchdown.
I mean, I love the way they set that play up. They'll send the guy in motion as soon as he recognizes this one-on-one backside. Bam! Rodgers shoot that ball into Jones just like he did the 88 Club.
14-3, second half. McCown to Earl Bennett. How about Bennett?
Look at that open field
Moves
running.
in the open field.
One thing you can do against this defense is score.
49 yards down to the 1-yard line. Charlie Pepper brings him down.
Get it in.
And then there's a fumble here. And how about the big Edwin Williams?
Big man dream. Big man dream.
Spike it, big man. He's at work. He's at work on that one.
Fella.
Big man dream.
Bears need to win out, and the Falcons need to lose out for the Bears to make the playoffs.
No.
Going deep.
Plenty of time for Rodgers up top to Nelson.
How did he get past the two deep safety like that?
Usually when the quarterback rolls that way, a million times I've run a comeback. This guy here rolled, when the quarterback rolls, watch Jordy runs to 7, bam, back to the post, and you know a safety will not be able to run with Jordy Nelson. And Aaron Rodgers rolling one way, throws the ball back across his body. A perfect throw by the MVP.
Next Packers drive here, 3rd and 5. Watch the nimble Rodgers.
Look at him, right between the two linebackers.
Urlacher and Briggs right there.
Right into each other.
Rodgers be nimble. Rodgers be quick.
Respect those guys.
Oh, look at his knee. Oh, almost hurt Urlacher right there, man. Aaron
He
Rodgers
limped off.
Look at the sheepish grin right there from Rodgers. 10th play of the drive here. Rodgers to James Jones on a 3rd and 8.
Right now he's having fun, coach. He's doing whatever he wants to do on the
is, and
football
that's blitz.
field.
He's under duress, and he easily makes the completion.
Rodgers again. Jones. Touchdown. His 4th of the game.
I feel sorry for that corner. I really do.
28-10. You think that Aaron Rodgers was hearing the whispers about how
There
well
you
Drew
go,
Brees
friend.
has been playing? Rodgers put on a clinic. McCown picked off here by Pepper. And Pepper's coming back 21 yards the other
Trevor's going
way.
to go to the Pro Bowl as well. He is flat out having a great year in that secondary.
Rodgers is upset.
Does Aaron Rodgers have a
Stop being mad at him, Aaron Rodgers. I saw
Jordy Nelson, who was assaulted on the play.
I saw the way Aaron Rodgers were looking at the Kansas City Chiefs. He says, like everybody else, he had to pay for it, and he started today.
Can somebody get a fire extinguisher and put that corner
Rodgers,
out?
Nelson, touchdown.
He is
His
on fire.
15th of the game. Passes for 283 yards. A passer rating of 142.7. It's the only time of this season it ties a career high that Rodgers has thrown for 5 touchdown passes. So the Packers, they clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs with their 14-1 record. They bounce back quickly.
Packers at 15-1. They have home field advantage locked up throughout the playoffs. So Aaron Rodgers just clowning around on the sidelines, not playing. Matt Flynn getting the start. Then their first drive of the game, Flynn, he was sacked and lost the football. And Detroit is able to jump on it and recover. Nice field position for Detroit in the first minute of the game. So 4 plays later, it's a 2nd and goal. Matt Stafford out of the shotgun-looking end zone for Titus Young for the 8-yard score. And on Lambeau Field, it's the Lions on top, and Titus Young looking for the lead. Fans won't let him do it. 7-0 Detroit, and then the score 10-9 Green Bay. Stafford end zone, another touchdown. That to Calvin Johnson, a 13-yarder. Johnson with 16 receiving touchdowns on the season sets a franchise record. Detroit up 16-10. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. The dump off goes to Ryan Grant. He hits the sideline and he is gone. It's a foot race to the end zone. Can Ryan Grant get there? And he does. An 80-yarder, the longest play of his career. A receiving touchdown for Ryan Grant. Green Bay goes up 17-16, but Stafford and the Lions 2 possessions later come in right back. Stafford, end zone for Titus Young. Looks like he got both feet down, but no, it was ruled incomplete. Take another look at this one. Left foot is down, then the right toe touches. The referee said he did not have it. Jim Schwartz angry because he had no challenges, so they would have to settle for a field goal and go up 19-17. And the ensuing Green Bay drive right after that. Down 19-17, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Flynn bombs one, left sideline. Jordy Nelson leaping for the catch, going up high. A 36-yarder. Ignore the flag because Jordy Nelson goes in for the Lambeau leap. 24-19, Green Bay leading at halftime. On to the third quarter, a 2nd and 7 for the Packers. Play action fake. Flynn, pocket collapsing. He goes down the field to Jordy Nelson once again. Nelson takes it into the end zone. A 58-yard touchdown catch for Jordy Nelson. Packers go up 31-26. Late third quarter, Stafford, Lions coming right back. Another touchdown pass, this one to Kevin Smith, a 5-yarder. Detroit went for 2 and got it. So they went up by a field goal, 34-31. On to the fourth quarter, Packers ball, 3rd and 8. Flynn throws over the middle. That to Donald Driver, and Driver breaks it free to the end zone for the touchdown. A 35-yard score. This one going back and forth, a high-scoring affair at Lambeau Field under 4 minutes to go. Looking to bring his team back. Matthew Stafford hits Tony Scheffler over the middle for a gain of 26. Then 3 plays later, they had it. 2nd and goal. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Stafford, shotgun. End zone again. Scheffler with the touchdown, a 12-yarder. He went right back to Tony Scheffler. And Matthew Stafford, 520 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. He is pumped up on the sidelines as Detroit takes the lead 41-38. But hang on a second. Matt Flynn and the Packers were not done on a 3rd and 4. Flynn, perfect pass to James Jones, complete, a gain of 40. Then 2 plays later, 2nd and goal, a minute 13 left in the game. Flynn with a touchdown pass to Jermichael Finley, and with that, his 6th touchdown pass of the game. Matt Flynn became the franchise leader for most touchdown passes in a game for the Packers. More than Brett Favre, more than Aaron Rodgers. Packers get the win.
Green Bay Packers, New York Giants. That's Joe Philbin, the offensive coordinator.
Praying for you, man.
We are all praying for him. Aaron Rodgers coming off of his first game since Christmas night, playing the day before Martin Luther King Day, by the way. Eli Manning and the Giants coming in off of the wild card win at home, virtually shutting out the Atlanta Falcons for Tom Coughlin. Eli Manning gets the ball and marches it right down the field. That's Victor Cruz, 11 yards on a 3rd and 10.
And just timing right there by Eli Manning and Victor Cruz, right out of that break.
This is the 12th play of the opening drive. Manning hurried on 3rd and 5. Jake Ballard doesn't even get it close to him. Lawrence Tynes, who won the playoff game the Giants last played in Lambeau Field, the 2007 NFC Championship game. He kicks the field goal to put them up 3-0, and then the Giants on the ensuing kickoff. That's a boo-boo by Randall Cobb, the rookie, in his first career playoff game, his first return. Far different than his first return of his career, right? As back in week 1, a challenge by Mike McCarthy. Ball out, but
elbow down.
Yeah, so
knee and elbow.
Packers get to keep the ball. Avert disaster there. Aaron Rodgers rolling out Jermichael Finley, first down to the Packers, to the Giants' 31-yard line. 3 plays later, 7th play of this drive. Aaron Rodgers looking for Greg Jennings, who missed the last 3 games of the season with a knee injury.
Talked about on game day morning, Rich. Very important to see if these two can connect, and they had a few miscues today.
This was wide open.
But that was a scramble play. You got to give both of them credit for Jennings finding the hole. Rodgers just missed it.
But Mason Crosby did tie the game at 3. 4 and change to go in the first quarter. Eli Manning to Hakeem Nicks, who's becoming a playmaker of the first order. First down to the 34-yard line of the Giants' next play. Eli Manning finds the member of the 88 club again.
Here he goes.
And just like against Atlanta, you've got to put him down when you get a chance. And Nix goes the full distance as Charlie Pepper just puts a shoulder on him.
Big today. Hakeem Nicks came up with play after play, and the play started when he catches the ball. It doesn't end when he catches the ball, and this is a big fella, big man with ball.
66-yard score for 88. First touchdown of the game goes to the Giants. It's 10-3. How would the Packers respond? Aaron Rodgers picking him up, putting him down on 3rd and 5, picking up the first down. A scramble of 6. We saw a lot of that in the game. 2 plays later, Rodgers looking for Greg Jennings. He is hit by Deion Grant. Ball out, picked up by the Giants. Kenny Phillips ruled a fumble initially, then ruled down by contact. So it's not Mike McCarthy who's got a challenge. It's Tom Coughlin who's got a challenge. And even though it sure looks like the ball is out,
that's a fumble.
Yeah, it's a bad call.
Bill Levy goes under the booth and says the play stood as called.
What are you looking at, Bill?
They must win in a phone booth because they didn't go in their regular booth.
All right, Packers ball.
So that is a big break for Green Bay. And 4 plays after getting the ball back, Rodgers finds John Kuhn for the game-tying score touchdown.
Yeah, Pro Bowl fullback. This guy can lead block, and boy, when it's play-action pass, he can find his way open.
Now, what do you make of going on sides right after that?
Pretty risky now. That's a gutsy call by Mike.
Should we read anything into that?
Not at all. You got an offense that you know are going to score. They responded to everything the Giants have done. There's no problem with that. I don't see nothing wrong.
Doesn't work. Eli with the short field, moves it just a couple of first downs down the field and brings out Lawrence Tynes for the field goal. It's blocked by Greg Jones, so the special teams bails out the special teams for Green Bay.
Inside the double bumper, he gets a hand on the ball. That's a big block by the field goal rush team.
That is no blood on the onside kick. Now here's some more miscues for Green Bay. Now again, obviously Matt Flynn played a heck of a game week 17. And we saw virtually every other team on division weekend that was coming off a bye not go through these issues, but Green Bay had several drop passes on the day, 4 in the first half, tied at 10. Here comes Eli Manning back to Jake Ballard, first down Giants. 3 plays later, Manning to Hakeem Nicks. It is picked by Morgan Burnett. Eli Manning, only playoff game he has ever won in which he has thrown an interception was Super Bowl 42.
A lot of penetration up the middle that caused that interception. Eli has to just throw that ball away, live to see another day.
Took the big hit.
Desmond Bishop was the one who delivered the big hit. So the Packers take over in a tie game, trying to take their first lead of the day, but it is a fumble by John Kuhn. Kuhn is bumming very rare. He never puts the ball on the turf, and he does just there to give it right back to the trade turnovers. Eli Manning for Hakeem Nicks. First down and more.
Attack that football, Rich. He came out of his break and then came back towards that football, took the football from the defense.
Right after the 2-minute warning, 3rd and goal. Manning harassed in the pocket. Goes for Ballard. It's incomplete. Lawrence Tynes comes out to give the Giants the lead again. 13-10. Can Aaron Rodgers get points before the end of the half? Rodgers sacked by Michael Boley on 3rd and 5. Giants call their final timeout with 48 seconds to go. So the Giants get the ball back. It's 3rd and 1, 15 ticks to go. Why not hand it off and see what can happen with Ahmad Bradshaw?
Get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds.
Bradshaw does that, so Lawrence Tynes can come on and attempt a very long field goal with 6 ticks to go, but maybe they'll get him close.
Yeah, let's throw a little drag.
Instead, they go for the Hail Mary.
Pop it up.
Going for the double 8. Touchdown. Hakeem Nicks brings it down. Hail Mary successful right before halftime.
You got Charlie Pepper and Charles Woodson both back there, and Hakeem Nicks goes up over the top of everybody to make a play with no time.
Well, I guess Tyree does it on the top of his helmet. Nicks does it on the front of his helmet. Corrals the ball, brings it in. Yet more shades of 2007 for the Giants.
You have defensive backs that did not even get in the end zone. They should have been pressing those receivers at the line of scrimmage.
Nicks with 152 first half receiving yards. Second half down 10. Ball goes to Green Bay first. Aaron Rodgers picks up the first down on 3rd down with his legs with a 15-yard gain. Move the chains. 3 plays later, another 3rd down. Rodgers avoids the rush, hits Donald Driver. What a catch.
Donald Driver came up with a nice
If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers' legs, this game would have been over a long time ago.
First
He's a
down,
heck of a
next
scrambler.
play. Osi Umenyiora strips the ball. It's loose. Deion Grant recovers. Giants get a turnover.
Wide open for a touchdown on this play, too. Greg Jennings was.
That defensive front. Now, they had 48 sacks this season.
Beautiful.
Only a
Look at
couple
that.
teams better than that. They can pressure you with 4 men.
And here's how wide open Jennings was.
Oh, boy.
If OC didn't knock it down, it would have been a one-score game again.
Wow.
Instead, it's still a 2-score lead for the Giants, who get the ball back on 3rd and 2. Sure looks like DJ Ware
That's
picks
a
up the
horrible
first down.
spot.
The refs had a rough game in this game.
Yeah, they did. They were cold.
And
They were cold.
That's putting it gently, to be very honest.
They were cold.
That's putting it very gently. Giants, Coughlin doesn't challenge it, so the Packers get the ball back. James Starks running free down the sideline. This is the James Starks that we saw in last year's playoffs with a 29-yard gain, bringing it to the cusp of the red zone. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5. Rodgers looking for Greg Jennings. Off his hands.
Great play.
Got to make that play in this situation right here. Greg Jennings, had he been playing week in and week out, that would have been a play that we watched him make time in and time again.
So it's a field goal for Mason Crosby. It's just a 1-touchdown deficit for Green Bay. Getting the ball back, top of the 4th quarter, first play of it. Jordy Nelson moved the chains on 2nd and 6, 17 yards, first down, 3 plays later, 3rd and 5 from the Giants' 39. Rodgers has a wide open Jermichael Finley.
That was on Rodgers right there. Michael Finley came wide open, coach in the hole.
Wow, this is a huge sequence because it's a wide open Finley, can't move the chains, not a first down, go for it on 4th and 5, and Michael Boley discount double checks Aaron Rodgers again. That is a turnover on downs. Giants get the ball back to Eli. So again, instead of it being a first down Green Bay, it's now first down Eli. Couple plays later, Mario Manningham first down grab for the Giants. First down of the second half for the Giants. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5, Manning to Victor Cruz, middle of the field, 11 yards.
First downs, keep the clock moving.
Miscue by DBs on that play.
3 plays later, 3rd and 5. Manning is sacked by the man who blocked the field goal earlier. Brad Jones takes him down. Lawrence Tynes would come out. Field goal is good, so it is a 2-score lead for the Giants. Again, 7 minutes to go. Packers season on the line. They need to move the ball down the field and get some points. Ryan Grant gets the first down, but ball's out. Ball's loose. Chase Blackburn picks up the ball, running the other direction. He goes down. We need to see if this is a fumble or not. The refs let it go, and the refs got this call correct. Ball is out before anything touches down.
That's why you're taught to get to the ball, defenders. Get to the ball. Good things happen when the multitude gets to the ball.
And Kenny Phillips is the one who knocks it loose. Giants take over at the Packers 4, first play. Manning 2, Manningham, and now it's a 17-point Giants lead. 6:48 to go. 30-13. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay season is in jeopardy. 15 wins on the line right now, and a defending title chance on the line. 3rd and 10. Rodgers, all 3 timeouts.
Buy some time.
Intended for Donald Driver, incomplete. So now it's 4th and long. If somehow, some way, this was not called roughing the passer. I mean, this
that don't make any sense.
Is ridiculous. It wasn't late. It wasn't illegal. It was clean. He didn't hit him with anything but the legal parts of his body on the strike zone on Rodgers' part. But instead, it's a fresh set of downs, and Rodgers picks up yet more first downs with his legs. First down right on the red zone 4 plays later. 2 plays after that, 4:52 in the game. Rodgers to Donald Driver, touchdown. It's a 10-point game again.
Another big play by Driver.
Gotta go on
one of those receivers over a linebacker, throw it over the shoulder for a touchdown.
So they go on sides. Ball's loose, but Victor Cruz hops on it.
It's called a hands team. That's why you have your best hands guys on this team in this situation.
Went through the wickets of Spencer Pasinger of the Giants right to Victor Cruz. Giants take over. Aaron Rodgers doesn't get a break right there. Giants next possession, Ahmad Bradshaw on 1st and 10. They're going to start making sure Green Bay burns all of its remaining timeouts. Packers use their first, 2nd and 11. Here's Bradshaw again. Packers use their second timeout. Now they just have to stop him on 3rd down, get the ball back, and hope for the best. 4.5 to go. Eli Manning going to throw for it. and picks it up to Victor Cruz.
3rd and 11. That's the play of the game in a 4-minute drill. Keep the sticks moving.
Packers saved their last timeout. They also have the 2-minute warning, hoping for something good to happen here. Instead, Ahmad Bradshaw comes through the wash and picks up 24 big-time yards.
Heart and soul of this Giants football team. When he is on the football field, they have a better running game and they play with a different intensity. I'm Ahmad Bradshaw.
2 plays later, Brandon Jacobs running downhill.
What about him, Mike? Big Brandon, the big man, runs and runs hard. But Ahmad Bradshaw's heart and soul.
So the New York Giants go into Lambeau Field and turn the 15-1 Green Bay Packers into the very first 15-win one-and-done team in the history of the National Football League. And it's Tom Coughlin and the Giants who move on to San Francisco next week for the right to play in Indianapolis 3 weeks from now. And the Packers do not host San Francisco next week in Lambeau Field and instead head into the offseason far sooner than anybody expected.